Good morning, students. Renuka Nannoji here. Next concept under the lesson Nationalism in Europe is concept of liberalism. So let us study what is this liberalism. See, here liberalism is derived from the Latin word liber, meaning free. Liberalism is derived from the Latin word liber, that means free. Middle class people demanded freedom for the individual. Three types of liberalism we need to understand: political liberalism, social liberalism, and economic liberalism. So let us study with first political liberalism. That is nothing but freedom in the field of politics, or political freedom is called as political liberalism. So what comes under political liberalism? First point is government by consent. It means representative government. People have given their consent and that government is ruling. So that is the demand. It means in our political field we always want the government which is given by the consent, which is formed by the consent of the public. Second is end of autocratic rule. Political liberalism means they want to end autocratic rule. King's rule they want to end. Third is a constitution and representative government through parliament. They wanted to have a written constitution and they wanted that representative government should rule through the parliament. Fourth one is right to vote. So these all come under political liberalism. Next one is social liberalism. What is this social liberalism? Liberalism in the field of society is called as social liberalism. Under this, the first point is equality in the society. All people are considered equal. There is no discrimination done based on the estate. Even women should be given the freedom. This was the demand of the people. What demand it was? Social liberalism. They wanted to have a social liberalism. And the third one is economic liberalism. Freedom in the field of market, freedom in the field of economy is called as economic liberalism. Freedom of markets, it means now no need to ask the permission from the first estate or the second estate or the monarch regarding the movement of the goods, purchase of the goods, or any marketing decision has to be taken. That all can be done by the people now, merchants or the guilds. Means this is just the expectation of the people that in the field of economy also we should have freedom. Second is abolition of state imposed restriction on the movement of goods and capital. It means when we are moving the goods and capital, state should not interfere. Third is creation of unified economic territory allowing the unhindered movement of goods, people and capital. It means we should have a very best economic system. We should create a unified economic territory so that there will be no obstacle for the movement of goods, people and capital. And fourth one is in 1834 a custom union or Zollverein was formed at the initiative of Prussia. What is this Zollverein? That is nothing but custom union. Okay, what was the advantage of this Zollverein, that custom union? Let us see. This Zollverein reduced the number of currencies from 30 to 2. There were 30 currencies, 30 different types of currencies each German speaking region had, which created lot of confusion. But because of this custom union, that is Zollverein, the number of currencies were reduced from 30 to 2. Because German speaking regions had variation in currency, weights and measures. But each region had its own weights and measures, etc. This involved time consuming calculation. Due to this, Zollverein was formed. I hope you understood now. Liberalism is freedom, and under liberalism we have social liberalism, political liberalism and economic liberalism.